You're listening to the Pace Radio Network. You're listening to the Pace Radio Network here at paceradio.net.
The views expressed by the individuals during this broadcast are their own opinions, and they may not be the same as those of their group or other organizations they may be involved with.
All medical advice during our broadcast is not a medical opinion and should be checked with your medical physician.
I want to talk about news, don't want the drama. From no pretentious media Madonna. I found me a great ganja mama. Cannabis and coffee with Tamarijuana.
Yay, I made it. Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. It is this little afternoon in Cranbrook, British Columbia. I'd like to acknowledge that I am sitting on the unceded territory of the Tanaha and Apam Nations. And I hope you all had a good 420. Yeah, I'm a little bit rushed today, but that's the usual. Anyway. So I hope you all had a great 420. I was been kind of scrolling through and seeing that everybody was, out and about, and they had the 420 live out in Vancouver, and we stayed home as usual. But my husband had hernia surgery, so we didn't go too far. But again, I got a phone call, I don't know, just before noon, I guess, on Saturday, and I had won. Like, I didn't even realize my name had been put into a draw, but the girls at the store that I go to put my name in the draw, because if you buy, I guess, a certain amount of cannabis, they put your name into a draw for 420. So I won. I never win anything. I thought it was absolutely terrific that I actually won because, like I said, I never win anything. Ever. So I'm going to show you some of the stuff that I got and kind of review it and go through that and see if anybody wants to pop in or say hello, and we'll go from there. But it's sunny outside. I was out this morning for a bit. I popped some seeds. We'll talk about that too. First, I'm going to show you some of the gifts I got. Well, I guess the first one. So, this is what everything came in. It was this bag, right? And inside it was stuffed pretty dang full. Like, I'm not kidding you. Like a lanyard. And, it's empty already. I'm assuming these are bag clips. Craft Cannabis, it says gold. So I'm assuming that because they're just like little, that they're, to help you close the bag. I'd use them for chips. Maybe that's what they're for. Your munchies. Can you tell I've been taking my medication today? And now it's too late to take it, so yeah. A little pin. I imagine this is the brand Empire. To be fair, never heard of you before, but thank you. And then another Read Me magazine, which I've got a couple of these already, with the sponsors of Wink, Blist, Karma Cup, Thumbs Up, Blist, Easy Peasy, Burp, Queens of Bud. These are the sponsors on the back, and then inside it's a coloring book. So yeah, this was the beginning of it, right? Stupid background, but I'm not sure if Alvin's going to pop back in. He's been lying down kind of up and down, so we didn't want to deter him from actually coming in if he needed to lie down, so I just put the background up. But yeah, so these are kind of cool. Like I said, this is the second one of these I've got, which is kind of cool. Like I said, I'm not much of a colorer. My attention deficit. I'm not one of those, people that can sit down and doodle like, for stress release. Like everybody says, oh, just grab I can't do that. It's not a thing. And I know a lot of people that can. I'm not one of them. All right. So inside also this bag, like I said, was a bunch of stickers. And this is the company that I go to. It's Green Gear Cannabis in Cranbrook. And they're located over in the strip mall across from Burger King, and 7-Eleven carries pizza. Every Time Fitness is and M&M Meats and the Petrocan. So they're in that area there. Great bunch of people. I really like the staff, and they're pretty informative too. Like if you ask them what's good, they'll tell you. Oh my gosh, I forgot to get the dogs in before I started the show because I was rushing out of the shower. Because I'm a moron and decided to put a toner in my hair this morning and then remembered, oh God, I gotta, yeah, because you know I'm a moron. We all know that. Anyways, yeah, some more stickers. I'm actually going to text Haven and see if he'll come down and put those dogs in. And these are fun pack. So super spray, more is more. I haven't opened it, but yeah, that's like I said, this is just the beginning because there's quite a bit more that I got. In fact, I was quite shocked at how much was in this bag. Like I would imagine it was probably like just under the 30 grams. If it wasn't the 30 grams, but I didn't bother to add it all up. And I just wanted to, you know, go through it with you because we smoked some of it, and I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna give you a very fair review of it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna make things up and say it was all terrific. If it wasn't, I'm gonna just bluntly tell you what I thought of it. I'm just actually asking Taven to grab some, like, get the dogs in. Or I probably can. If they quit barking, I'll just go get them on the break. Okay, so that was the bag. I'm gonna put all this stuff back in it because I don't like this is stuff that I'll probably honestly never use. Like I'm not even sure what this lanyard is for because it's got a round connector. And unless that's I guess lighter, maybe your vape. But again, maybe it would fit this. I guess it'll fit my Yokan. But it's still too big. It would still fall out. Anyway, so like I said, I'm not sure what you'd use this for. Maybe somebody can enlighten me. Somebody get in the comments, tell me what's that for. I mean, I'm just older, and I mean, I haven't been into a store or really been shopping into any of the stores looking for any paraphernalia for because I've got piles of it from. I don't need any emails, and I don't need any bongs, and I don't need any of that stuff. So I haven't gone shopping. So enlighten me, folks. Anyway. So I guess one of the first things we'll look at is this. So this was one of the in the bag. It's called Joker Juice. Now we have smoked a little bit of this. It's a BC weed company. It says grown by Lotus Cannabis. It comes in a tuna can. I can't get it open. I have to get open to open it. So it's definitely childproof. Even if a 50-year-old adult can't figure out how to get into it because it's just like, oh, I guess you have to line stuff up. I don't know how to do this. Anyway, yeah, you have to line it up, and I'm not sure how to do that. I think it's got a... Anyways, it's childproof. Oh my god, grief. Like seriously, I could break a nail on this. Like, I'm not gonna try opening it. Anyway, it smelled okay when we opened it. It's quite a dark bud. kind of a brownie, like not even really like green anymore. It was all right. I'll give it a. This is a 7 gram. I'll give it a probably a 4 because I'm a pot snob. Remember that. So that was about a 4. Now this is the other one of the other strains that we got in the bag. Oh, I'm just gonna take this stupid thing off. Can I do that? Hang on. I'm gonna go to my settings. Yeah, because I can't do all of it. Okay, if you see Alvin, you see Alvin. I don't care. Anyway, because I can't show you anything if I've got that background in the way. Okay, so this stuff is from 5 Points Cannabis. It's cultivated in Quebec. It says Z Sweet. 36 point THC, 36.4. Total CBD, 0.59. 26% THC total. All right. Anyway, I can open this one. It's light, it's fluffy. It's not really dank. Smells all right. Definitely a sativa. You can see the, right? For a sativa, it tastes all right. But again, I'm not a sativa girl. So as far as your bang for your buck, not so great. So this was a 2. And like I said, I'm a pot snob, right? Let's be fair. I'm not even gonna lie. Okay, so that was that. Now, this next piece of wonderfulness, where did I do with it? There it is. There's not much left because you have to be super careful with this hash roll. It's a hash roll, or it breaks. So it comes longer than this, and it comes with this little ceramic or resin, or it feels almost like glass. But anyway, it might even be glass. And it's got holes in it, right? It's a little holder. And you pop the piece of hash in the end of it, and you light it. And you smoke the hash roll. This I thought was pretty fucking cool, to be fair. I have a friend that says that, she knows somebody that, did this many years ago. I honestly have never seen this. I've smoked hash for years, and I've never seen this. So you want to, maybe plug your hole. Got to be careful because it will fall out. Because it's pretty small. It's pretty short right now. It was longer, but if you don't, you got to be careful because it will crumble and fall apart. And that's what happened is I put it out, and I went to put it out like a joint. Don't do that; it breaks. So anyway, that was cool. That I thought was the cat's ass. In fact, I will go back and buy one of those, or 2 or 6. Seriously, I thought that was great. I really enjoyed that. Like I said, this pot here, it was all right. It was all right, but it wasn't great. Let's see what's next. The tip in the bag. So again, the battery and the tip in the bag, right? I can't remember exactly where the tip came from. I think it's a good supply. Good supply is what this one is, and it's all right. Like, that I like my vapes, right? Like I've got another one that I bought yesterday. This one is a blue rad fuel cell, and it's a blue rad something, but and you can see the difference. Like this one's quite a bit darker, but it's honey. Like you can see that it's distilled, and then these are both from the cannabis stores, but Woo. That's when you gotta, that's what I always say. Oh, it's gonna be pretty good if I'm sneezing. Anyway, that was also in that prize bag, the battery and the tip. So that was pretty cool. And then there was more. Like I said, it was packed full. Like I was really so there was like 7 grams there, 3.5 grams. So there's another like 9 grams just of cannabis, 9.5 grams of cannabis, like quarter and an eighth, which is impressive. Like I said, and then that cone was probably a gram. So And then the tip, that's a gram. Like I said, fairly, it was impressive. I think it was like it was 30 grams, as well as came with, these are berry cherry gummies, and these are sugar free. Um, and I believe they are 1-to-1 because it says 1-in-1 for THC and CBD on them. There was 4 of these in the bag as well. So there was 2 cherry, 2 strawberry kiwi, I think. Like I said, sugar free, which is impressive. Like I said, I sugar, no sugar, I don't care. I'm not fussy. I'll eat sugar. I'll eat any sugar. I don't care. So those were good too. So we're up to, like, a fair shot of, those are a gram, 10 milligrams each, right? So a gram. So that's another 4 grams, right? Okay. There's more. Let's try this out. No, maybe that's all in here. Okay. Yeah. There was a general admission joint, and it was huge. But I'm pretty sure it's in here. I can't seem to find it. Because I won't smoke it again. And I like general admission. Oh, here it is. I love this brand. General admission. They have some tiger's blood. They have some peach rings. They have some mango infused cannabis joints that are really, really good. Like, I will just hands down tell you, they're fucking phenomenal. This one, it's a hybrid distillant infused pre-roll, 1 gram, but it's called Mint D. And if you like smoking straight up eucalyptus or a pine needle, this is for you. It's overly minty. Like, I will say that it hurt the back of my throat. It was so minty. It was clearing my nose. If you like that type of thing, okay. But again, I'm not going to say I'm not being ungrateful or ungenerous, because it's a generous joint. Like, we got that far into it. So it was a huge 1 gram joint infused, but it's just too minty. Like, over the top. Like I said, blow your hair back minty. Like, if you're looking for a joint that's going to blow your hair back, it'll blow your hair back all right. But not because it's blowing your hair back from, cannabis. It's blowing your hair back from all the mint, because the mint is overwhelming. Like, that's like the one thing I will say that with that. Like I said, generous. I love that. I love general admission. I love their tiger's blood. I do buy their 3 packs. Their tasters were great. We had watermelon, grape. I will give them kudos for every decent doobie that I've ever smoked of theirs. But those ones, guys, not so much. Anyway, now another one that we haven't smoked yet. This is a rad infused. It's feisty Fiji berry. It's an infused blunt. And that's why it hasn't been smoked yet, because it's a blunt. Not that we don't like blunts. We're just saving it. So there was that as well. Again, very generous. Like, when I got the phone call, I was like, I never win anything. And then I went down there because I planned on going down there anyways, because I had issues with their website the night before. I was trying to order something because these guys will deliver right to my work for me. Like, I don't have to even go down there. And I know them, and I worked with one of the girls at the garden center before she quit and went over to the store. So I know them fairly well. So they, like I said, they'll deliver anybody. It's not just me they deliver to, but they'll deliver to anybody. But it could anyway. So when they phoned me, I was like, "Are you kidding me?" Like, because I thought they were phoning me to tell me the website was working again. And then she says, "No, you won the draw." And I'm like, She goes, you probably don't even remember putting your name in. She goes, I think I put your name in for you. I was like, well, thanks. Because I didn't put my name in. I don't usually hang around long enough to worry about putting my name in draws and stuff. But yeah. So anyway, so that was kind of a woohoo. So I went down there. Anyway, so then there's this. So again, if you just popped in, I've already shown a huge pile of what I won on 420. And this is the last one. This is Broken Coast Amnesia Haze. So this is a 3 joint pack. And we did smoke some of this. And I've had the Amnesia Haze from Broken Coast before, because they were my first provider when we first had to go into the MMPR, and we had no choice. I had to pick a provider, right? Broken Coast is my provider. Anyway, so there was 3 joints this size, and we smoked one. They're decent, and so that was also in that price pack. So again, overly generous. I was super stoked to go pick it up, especially for 420, because we had no plans, because I was working. In fact, I actually just got that Saturday off. They just changed my hours, so now I'm off Saturdays. But it still would have been impossible for me to travel anymore, because I work till 9 o'clock on Friday night and have to be back at work at 9 o'clock on Sunday morning. So Saturday really is a day that I get to stay home, because there's no time for me to go anywhere. Anyway, that being said, we didn't do much. So when I won this, I thought that was pretty cool. Now I was gonna try and get my friend on here to tell me how her 420 live went, but she still had company, so I didn't want to bug her. This is more, this is not from the prize, but this is from another provider that we buy. I tried just to try them out. Any advice to you guys? Your joints are real too tight. It's like sucking a marble through a garden hose. So, that being said, your rolling machine's too tight, girls. Jane Doe, whoever you are. And that's just my thoughts on that review. So 420 for us, like I said, was just kind of lame. Later round, I won this amazing prize, and we smoked it, and we napped, and we ate junk. We ordered for food, and yeah, that was our 420. And listen to the cat. Again, Al and I are still working on reviewing the 420 or the Cannabis Review Act that came out last week from Health Canada, not last week, last month from Health Canada. And there's also going to be a global marijuana march coming up here first Saturday in May in Toronto. I'm not sure if there's any other areas that are planning on doing a global marijuana march. If you are, could you PM me or get in touch with me somehow through Instagram or TikTok or any of my other platforms to let me know where you're going to be. I'd like to be able to help promote some of those events. Here, I'm working, I believe, on, oh no, I'm not. I could do it on a Saturday. But we really don't have the people to come out. And people have kind of just forgotten about, what we need to, because they figure we don't need to do anything anymore. But we also have to remember that cannabis is not legal worldwide. And I think that's the main reason why we need to keep talking about legalization. I know Germany just legalized. I know we were the first G7 country, but Germany has just legalized cannabis too for recreational purposes, which is phenomenal. To get one country in the EU on board to then get to another country in the EU, and eventually it'll keep rolling. But I think the bottom line for a lot of these places is they're seeing the reduction in crime, like 95% in our country, and the fact that it's generating cannabis taxes. Again, I keep asking where the cannabis tax is going. They say it's going to law enforcement and blah, blah, blah. And I'd rather see it be going to healthcare and education. And they say it's going to education about cannabis, but is it the right education? They fully admit they don't have any research. So what education are you, what are you educating people with? If you fully admitted that you don't have the research, you haven't put the funding towards any research, what are you peddling? Like, what education are you saying? Like, what is it? A lot of harmful stuff that may not necessarily all be true because you've been peddling lies about cannabis for decades. So I think that's something else that we really need to look at is what are they telling? What are these experts that when they've got no research done, admittedly, sending around all these experts that you see how that makes any sense? They're teaching courses and have teachers, but there's been no courses to teach the teachers. And they don't want us doing it because we don't have any medical background. We don't have any education. Yet they're letting people that don't have any cannabis education doing it or consulting or doing things as well. Have you ever grown a plant? A cannabis plant. Have you ever extracted from that plant? Have you ever done anything with it? Popped a seed? Then if you haven't, then you're probably not an expert. That's my thoughts. Like, if you've done absolutely no hands-on anything with cannabis, how can you be an expert? You've never even put a joint to your lips. But you're an expert. Do you see where I'm going with that? Anyways, we got to take a quick break and thank our sponsors and pay some bills, as Al would say. And we'll be right back after a quick break.
You're listening to the Pace Radio Network here at paceradio.net. Camelford Lifestyle Shop, open Monday to Friday from 10 till 7 p.m. or by chance. Check out our flags, our t-shirts, plus our hats, and look of that supply of rolling papers, plus much more. We've got bongs and your favorite herbal vaporizers. Look at all the incense we have, as well as for those who collect knives, check out these knives in our collection. And while you're here, stop in to see Shay at the piercing room, where you can get poked by Shay. Daily deals, check them out. Camelford Lifestyle Shop, 17 Bridge Street West, Camelford, Ontario.
When you have a pain that's reached its peak, Legacy for 20, it's so unique. If organic cannabis is what you seek, here's your trusted partner 7 days a week. Suppository salves, vapes and drops, topicals, edibles, infused pop. Just when life seems like it ain't easy, at Legacy 420, enjoy a pop freezy. Lab tested products, make them the GOAT. Legacy 420 out on your road. Legacy 420 in Tyendinaga Mohawk territory. Indigenous organic cannabis at its finest.
What do you find at paceradio.net? People advocating cannabis education.
Limestone City Hydroponics is Kingston, Ontario's hydroponics shop. Take your growing to the next level and create the optimal environment with a tent kit, or maximize your yield with an ebb and flow flood table kit. Either way, Limestone City Hydroponics has more sizes and options to fit your needs. Are you looking for the power of the sun that adapts to your budget? Then look no further, as they have professional grow lighting. They have indoor grow systems that are easy and cost effective, with many options to fit your living space and lifestyle. Cultivate your growing potential. We have everything you need to succeed. And if you can't make it to the store, they offer local delivery to the greater Kingston area. Remember, when you're looking for experts to help you grow, then look no further than the locally owned Limestone City Hydroponics, 105 Sunderland Drive in Kingston, Ontario. Call them at 613-548-0420. You're listening to the Pace Radio Network here at paceradio.net.
All right. I'm running to come back. So before the break, we were talking about the 420 gift that I got from Green Gear Cannabis on 420 and all the providers that were involved in that. And again, there's cups and stuff that happened over the weekend as well, with the legal market being involved. And I think, that's where things are have been heading, where you have to, get to the point where you have to let them in, or we have to try and figure out a way that we can continue on with our culture within the legal regulations, so that everybody can be involved, have the same amount of fun, have the same amount of community feeling, and not be crossing any lines that are going to upset anybody about harming the children. What, which is what I get to be, what I find, really quite amusing is that everything is based on public health and safety. I get that about, not harming the children, but it's got an age limitation on it. It's like liquor. It's like cigarettes. You don't sell cigarettes and liquor to a 12-year-old. So why would you, or a 14-year-old? Why would they think that anybody is going to sell cannabis to a 12 or 14-year-old? There are 12 and 14-year-olds that do get access to liquor and cigarettes, and they're going to smoke and drink at 14 or 15, irregardless, or smoke cannabis. We did. We got around all of the regulations. So why is so much harsher for cannabis than anything else? I think is my, red line on that is because I think that alcohol is far more harmful to anybody than cannabis, right? And they put these restrictions that are heavy restrictions, heavy-handed, 14-year long, jail sentencing for, selling to a minor or, helping a minor. Some kids need it for medical, right? But you're going to go to jail for 14 years if you're caught selling to a minor or, So I find that kind of hypocritical. Because if you sell liquor to a minor, you give liquor to a minor, it's a fine. But if you give cannabis to a minor, it's a 14-year jail sentence. So I think that there's some things that have to really be changed within those regulations. I think that's kind of ridiculous and hypocritical. There's so many things that are hypocritical and double standard when it comes to cannabis. So I really hope that they do some research and get to the bottom line that the harms for cannabis really outweigh the benefits, and get some medical backing, like to help process for the doctor's dosing, process so that the college of physicians will see it, that it's not some heavy-handed narcotic. I mean, opioids are 10 times worse on your liver, your kidney, on your psyche, on your ability to function, on the addiction level, comparably to cannabis. And I'm not saying cannabis works like an opioid. It doesn't. Cannabis diverts your attention from your pain, from whatever, it does not mask the pain. Some people will say it's more effective than others. It's an individual thing. Some people don't find it effective at all. Some people are allergic to it. It's not for everybody. That's one thing we never ever have said, that it's a cure-all, that it's for everybody, that it's going to be your life-saving tool. But for some people it has been. And for some people it is, but not for everybody. And, that's disappointing for some people, that when they find and realize that they need a little more, myself included. I was hoping that I never would have to take pills. I was hoping I never have to have anything like that. But unfortunately, it didn't work out that way. So there are, people, I know many that use cannabis only for their ailments. They swear by it. And I'm really happy for them. I'm really happy that they can use this as that for that. I wish I could. Unfortunately, I have to take other things. But I still use it as a therapeutic for nausea. Like, I'm not saying it's like, but it does. It helps with my nausea. Helps me not kill people, if that makes sense. It just kind of gives you that relax, that little bit of, so you don't have to like always be so tensed up. For me, and I'm a pretty hyper person, strong. Yeah. So it's helpful, and it helps me eat. I will say that, because if I didn't smoke cannabis, I probably wouldn't eat much. I don't eat much anyway, but I wouldn't eat. And yeah, so like I said, there are benefits for everybody, if that, but not everybody. So if it doesn't work for you, don't feel bad. You're not the only one out there. And if it works for you, great. But, again, don't be ostracizing other people that it doesn't work for. Don't be bigoted towards other people because they don't want to use it for medical or for anything. I don't want them being, about me because I do. Don't be like that if they don't. It's the same thing. Just don't. So there's so much going on in the world that it seems like if there's anything cannabis related, it's not really being out, in the news and the media mainstream. I haven't, to be honest, been working with my head down and again tired. The just exhausted. So not a lot. I haven't been. It's not like I don't have a lot of time. I just haven't been paying enough attention to anything but what's going on in the Middle East, to be honest, because that's kind of disgusting. But we won't bring that into my show. I was also gifted some beautiful cannabis from my producer and my co-host, and it arrived last week, right in the beginning of the week, which was perfect for us, and it's magical. Um, well done. What a great hand green thumb that fellow has, because both of them are most fabulously good. Um, so yeah, like I said, it's just kind of been a week, and if anybody wants to come on and share your story, please get in touch because we need content always, and content is always something that we sometimes struggle with because when there's not a lot of content to draw from, you end up rambling on like an idiot like I do. But again, I thought that 420 was great that I won that package and was able to review some of that stuff. Now again, I will say general admission normally has some terrific product, just because this was not their best run. Like I said, if they just touch down on the mint, like it's like there's just way too much mint. It's like one drop of eucalyptus oil in a doobie, and it was just way overpowering. Like, like it's just too much. Anything else is usually pretty good. Actually, I just rolled that one. That was I don't even know what that was. I got so much stuff laying around because I bought a couple, and then won a couple, and then have some extra. So it just kind of all rolls together. And I don't even know what I'm smoking half the time. I know this Amnesia Haze is a sativa. Sativa dominant, yes. So I can't smoke this during the day because I will be asleep. And that solves the mystery as to what I smoked the other day that put me down. I'm the exact opposite. So indica keeps me rolling all day long. And if I smoke sativa, it's night, night. And I don't know why. And I've still never figured that out. Depends, though. Depends on the strain. Because there was another, but I mean, that's me on a normal basis where I'm up doing dishes at 2 o'clock in the morning. So I wouldn't say that would have been a strain thing, maybe. But I was up doing dishes at 2 o'clock in the morning after smoking some weed with Debbie Stoltz giving out at a cup and mum cup, actually. And she's like, "What are you doing?" Yeah, up doing dishes at 2 o'clock in the morning because I can't stand leaving a mess. Anyway, I'm going to, I think, cut the show a bit short today, just because I have nothing more to say. 420 is, our Global Marijuana March will be the next um, rollout, which is the first Saturday in May. I know that there will be one in Toronto for sure. So if you're having a Global Marijuana March anywhere in Canada, if you please reach out to me so I can help promote it, or get a hold of Al so we can promote it on our network. That would be terrific. But I know that there is going to be one in Toronto. I think it starts at Queen's Park. But we've got ads all over the network for the exact locations and all the information. You can also check it out on Facebook. I believe they have a Facebook page for the Toronto Global Marijuana March, I believe. Yeah, so I'm going to try and see if I can scammer up a guest for next Monday and come back with some more cannabis information. But you all have a good week. I guess I'm going to cut this a little bit short today because I've got some stuff to gotta get, just done, and I have to work. And yeah. So you all have a good day, and I will talk to you on Wednesday night with Al. Night.
You're listening to the Pace Radio Network here at paceradio.net.
The opinions of the individuals during this broadcast are their own, and may not be the opinions of their group or other organizations they may be involved with. All medical advice during our broadcast is not a medical opinion and should be checked with your medical physician.
When you have a pain that's reached its peak, Legacy for 20, it's so unique. If organic cannabis is what you seek, here's your trusted partner 7 days a week. Suppository salves, vapes and drops, topicals, edibles, infused pop. Just when life seems like it ain't easy, at Legacy 420, enjoy a pop freezy. Lab tested products, make them the GOAT. Legacy 420 out on your road. Legacy 420 in Tyendinaga Mohawk territory. Indigenous organic cannabis at its finest.
Enjoy the buzz of legalization with Campbellford Lifestyle Shop. From lights to plant nutrients, books, consumption accessories, and more, we've got all your basics to grow or consume cannabis. Visit our info center or take a look at our piercing services and body jewelry, now available in-store through Campbellford Lifestyle Shop, 17 Bridge Street West, Campbellford.
Limestone City Hydroponics is Kingston, Ontario's hydroponic shop. Take your growing to the next level and create the optimal environment with a tent kit, or maximize your yield with an ebb and flow flood table kit. Either way, Limestone City Hydroponics has more sizes and options to fit your needs. Are you looking for the power of the sun that adapts to your budget? Then look no further, as they have professional grow lighting. They have indoor grow systems that are easy and cost effective, with many options to fit your living space and lifestyle. Cultivate your growing potential. We have everything you need to succeed. And if you can't make it to the store, they offer local delivery to the greater Kingston area. Remember, when you're looking for experts to help you grow, then look no further than the locally owned Limestone City Hydroponics, 105 Sunderland Drive in Kingston, Ontario. Call them at 613-548-0420. We are people advocating cannabis education here at paceradio.net.